Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, we're talking about a bicycle radar. But before I get into today's video, if you're new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss this awesome cycling content on this channel. So like I said, today we're talking about a bike radar, and in particular, this is the magicshine See-Me R300 radar taillight here that we're looking at today. So before we even start talking about the product, I want to mention what a bike radar is even for. Because this is something I was curious about, and one of the reasons why I said yes to checking out this product was because I was always curious what the bike radar was for and if it would actually be effective and what the deal with it was. So right back here on the back of my bike, we have the radar attached. And what that radar does is it pretty much looks back and it can detect people, cars, bikes, whatever it is coming up from behind you. Now on your bike, obviously you're looking forwards, you're not really looking directly behind you all the time. You're supposed to be able to look over your shoulder, but it's not quite like a car where you have mirrors that you can kind of see what's going on behind you all the time. So that's where the radar comes in. So it detects something behind you, and then it transmits that data from the bike radar to your compatible bike computer you have up just on your handlebars. And then you'll be able to see the distance that object is coming up behind you. So the object has to be moving towards you, so whether it's a car or bike, whatever it is, it will detect that and it will tell you how far away it is on your computer screen. In the case of my computer, it gives you little chevrons essentially on the side that pretty much go up the whole side of the computer, and it will tell you where that vehicle is in that range of chevrons, pretty much how far away it is from you. So there's just kind of your basic understanding of what this bike radar does. So let's talk about the See-Me 300 here. So See-Me 300, it pretty much combines a radar, which is up here at the top, with a rear light that's down here at the bottom. So it has a 300 lumen rear light on here, as well as the radar portion up here does go red. I'll show you that in just a minute here. It does have the ability to do the Peloton sync. I showed that in a previous video that I showcased some of the magicshine things, where pretty much your rear light, if it's flashing, can sync to other rear lights, other magicshine rear lights. Kind of a cool thing if you're riding with a big group of people. So, you know, let's just get to it. You guys want to see it turn on, let's turn it on. So, nice thing with magicshine stuff is it all has this kind of quarter turn lock mount on here, so you can use any compatible magicshine mounting source to this. So here on the Redwood, I have their seat rail mount right here. On the Triton, I have just one of the standard stretchy ones that stretches around your seat post and it clips into itself, and then you hook it on the back. Really nice and convenient, and then it just has a nice solid mount, little quarter turn, you get that lined up, and then it locks right into place. You can turn it the other way, but in this case, you can't get it out that way. So, nice and secure, mounts it kind of wherever you want to, especially with the rubber ones that come with this. You can put that pretty much wherever you want to. They even have a version for an Aero seat post as well. So you have an Aero seat post, one of the kind of skinnier ones. They have an option for that as well. So pretty cool it does that. USB-C chargeable, of course. Let's go ahead. You guys want to see this? So go ahead and turn it on. Push and hold. So you can see there. So right on the bottom, that's our flashing mode right there for just a standard light. It actually flashes there and up here. And you can see, you might be able to see, there is a ring around right here, and that ring is going around, and that is actually telling you your radar is on. And we can also actually go in here. We can push this button on the top. I think you just push it, maybe push and hold. There you go. If you push and hold, it turns the radar off, and we can actually do the same thing, complete opposite, turn the light off, and we can just turn just the radar on. So you can run this in multiple different modes. So when we get to battery life here in a second, it gets a little bit confusing because there's a bunch of different modes you can run this in. You get different battery life, whatever it is. So you can do whatever you want, and then once that radar is on, you can just push and hold, and you can turn the light on as well from there. So it is a pretty bright light, honestly. 300 lumens, and this is in the, so there's just your low, there's your high, it's 50 lumens. There's your night flash. That's what I kind of keep it on right there because I like the steady light on there versus some of the other flash modes on here, like the daytime flash that kind of go on and off. I feel like it's a bit aggressive. It's not horrible, but it's a bit aggressive, I feel like. And then if we go to our eco mode, it's not bad. It goes 3 lumen, 3 lumen, 10 lumen up at the top. Definitely going to get someone's attention for sure. But for me personally, I like the night flash right here. Seems to work pretty good for me. I like it. I think that's pretty freaking bright from there, as you guys can see. I mean, that's decently bright. So nice thing with the rear light is it does have visibility on the sides here. So you have visibility there, and you have visibility on that side as well. I just got blinded by this light. So you got visibility on both sides. They say it has 270-degree visibility, I believe it is. I'd agree with that. You can see it from way over here flashing. So I'd say that's pretty good, especially for something that kind of has a big black block, essentially. So it has pretty good visibility for the light. Kind of nice to have. You want to be visible while you're out riding your bike. So clip that guy back on there. We'll go ahead and we'll grab my computer up here. So go ahead and turn this guy on, and I'll show you what it looks like on at least the screen of my certain computer here. So this is the Magicshine C606 is what I got here. So one thing to note is the radar does have Bluetooth and ANT+. One thing it does say on the website is it's not compatible with ANT+ with this computer for the radar. However, I've had it hooked up to the radar this whole time, and it works perfectly fine on this computer. So don't be afraid that for the Magicshine C606, it works perfectly fine. Everything functions as it's supposed to. So over on this side, you can see the little chevron signs all up and down the side. Then up here is the actual radar. So essentially, as the vehicle comes up on you, it's going to light those up one at a time. It's going to light up one here, and as it moves closer here, 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 all the way up to here. So it will light up and tell you what's going on behind you. Now, with one vehicle, I really wasn't impressed by a radar. I was kind of like, okay, it's a radar. I could hear a car coming up behind me. Yeah, okay, you spend $130 on a radar to tell you a car is coming up behind you. Not a huge deal. However, what I found this really helpful was when there's multiple cars coming up behind you on like a bigger road. So on like my normal rides I take, pretty much I go out and they come back on kind of a busier road. And on that busier road, there's a lot of times multiple cars coming up from behind you. And when you actually have multiple cars coming up behind you, it'll show multiple different chevrons based on where that car is behind you. That's kind of nice, because sometimes you know there's a car behind you, but you might think it's one. But in reality, it's like 2 or 3 coming up behind you. And we all just to kind of peek down and see little chevrons there and see that there's 3 cars. When the one passes you, you know there's still 2 more. Kind of nice to have in those cases. I like the feel. I like how that function. I like that function where it shows you how many vehicles are behind you. That's probably my favorite thing with the radar, is just knowing how many are behind you. I know there's a car behind me because I can hear it, but knowing that there's multiple. That's really a nice thing I like about the radar. One really nice thing about this too is it does have a lock built in. So if you go ahead and you push the power button to turn it off and you keep holding it, their lights will flash red on the top, just like so. And now you can't accidentally turn the light on or off. Kind of a nice thing, especially if you're traveling with your bike and you don't want your light turning on while you're going, because it does have vibration detection. So it can turn itself off if you're not moving, and then it will turn itself back on once you start to ride the bike again. So pretty important to lock the radar and light once you're done with it. Really cool that it has that just kind of built into itself. So some of you guys want to know some specifics. So specifics here, the radar. So it can detect up to 140 meters away. It can detect up to 8 things coming at you. And then it has a horizontal, horizontal, so this way. So it has 35-degree angle horizontal and then 45-degree vertical. So it detects quite a bit behind you there. And it has to be, relative speed of detectable objects has to be going between 5 and 100 kilometers an hour, roughly, is what it'll catch coming up behind you. So you gotta be going pretty quick. I have not been able to trick this thing into showing that like I'm rolling towards it, or I'm walking towards it, or moving towards it. It doesn't work that way. So it's kind of nerve-wracking on first ride, not knowing if it's gonna work or not, or how it looked, or anything like that. It's kind of had to ride and honestly have a car come up behind you and you can see how it worked. It was kind of cool, but also kind of nerve-wracking at the same time, not knowing whether it's going to do anything or not. So it does work. Kind of tough to make. It's kind of tough to see how it actually is, but it does work good in that sense there. So like I said, there's a lot about battery life on this. So it really depends what you have going on, whether you have the light on by itself, the light with the radar, whatever you have. There's all sorts of different battery lives for this thing. So for most of us, I'd say we're going to be running it with the radar and the light on. That's why you bought it, right? To run the radar and the light on. So in this case, so what I run it on is a night flash, 11.9 hours, what you're going to get out of that. The most you're going to get is out of the Eco Flash, was 24 hours on that setup. And even if you run this thing on high light output with your radar, you're getting 8 hours. Definitely not bad. Pretty solid battery life for this thing here with the radar on. You turn the radar off, it pretty much doubles. It more than doubles the battery life on this thing. The radar uses quite a bit of battery. So in the case of me, for the night flash, if I turn that radar off, I get 26.5 hours. If you have just the Eco Flash going, for the most, you can get up to 100 hours of battery life on this just with the Eco Flash. 100 hours out of a rechargeable rear taillight, that's pretty cool. Even just for running a rear light, that's a solid amount of battery life. So it all depends for battery life how you plan on using it. So like I said, I've kind of found what flashing mode I like the best. I get 11.9 hours of battery on it. Nice thing is, the light communicates with your computer as well, and it'll tell itself the battery. So you can see what battery level you're at on your computer. Kind of nice to know, versus just kind of guessing. It's also got the lights on the top that change as your battery gets lower. So you have a lot of ways to tell when your battery is getting low, whether you're looking at your computer or looking at back here. There's a ton of different ways you can use this radar taillight, depending what situation you're in. You can use it by yourself for a radar and a light behind you. You can use it in a group ride. You can turn that radar off. Don't need to worry about when you're in the middle of a group ride. So all it's going to pop up is all the people riding behind you. So gives you a lot of things there. It can set off notifications on your computer so you can know that someone's coming behind you with a beep or whatever it is. You can mute it and it just does it by, you can just see the lines coming up by itself. It's pretty nice. There's lots of different ways you can use this. So talking price, if you're looking at bike radars out there, this one kind of falls right into the middle of that whole kind of price range you can find. You can find a few that are cheaper, a few that are more expensive. This kind of falls right into that middle range of all those. Right now, if I pull up Magicshine's site, it's $129 for the radar taillight here. That's not bad for a really bright light to start off with having the radar built into it. A lot of the ones underneath it and above it, you're going to pretty much get like just pretty much this portion here, with a little bit of light, kind of a little black box. So this is a little bit bigger, I believe, than a lot of the radars out there. However, you get the really bright light to go on underneath it with good visibility on both sides. A lot of them, like I said, they just kind of have this top part here where it has a light built in there and the rest of it is just a box. So you don't quite get what you get with the Magicshine, the CME 300. So if you want to check out a bike radar, whether that's for your first time ever and you want to see what if it actually helps you with your riding, helps you be safer while you're out there, or you're an experienced cyclist and you need to get an upgrade, you want a different rear radar system, the CME R300 is going to be a great option for you. It incorporates a lot into one small device for a really good price point that's going to ultimately make you safer while you're riding your bike. Don't have to worry as much about people behind you. Sure, people are starting to come up on you fast. It's gonna happen. But at least you're more aware of that there's someone coming up behind you, how fast they're coming up, and how many people are coming up behind you. Those are the three biggest things I feel like benefit me while I ride the most, especially on the road, is knowing what's behind me. Biggest thing you're always worried about. This helps quite a bit with that. Just making you feel safer while you're out riding on the road. So I'd like to give a big thanks to Magicshine for sending me out their CME R300 so I can test it out. Try out a bike radar for the first time ever. Let you guys know what my thoughts are on a bike radar. It's the first time I've ever used one. Honest opinions here. I think it's a great thing if you're riding on the road and want to know what's behind you. If you're interested in checking one of these out for yourselves or picking up any other Magicshine products, I'm going to have a link in the description down below. Go give them some love. I appreciate them. If you guys enjoyed the video or at least learned something today, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering any questions you guys have. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.